What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So it's weekly rotation time, and we got some pretty serious fragrances this week. You can't see them all lined up, but you can see a few of the days of the week. We got some good stuff here. I had some milder weather meets a little bit of warmer weather, kind of warmer fall weather more so than winter. A little bit of cooler weather. It's dropped down. It's cool today. It was cool yesterday, but it's going back in the 70s for like a week and a half. The bipolar, terrible Gulf Coast weather. December's not really winter here, just a few days of it is. It's January and February is where we actually get the cooler weather, but I got some bangers here nonetheless. It didn't stop me from smelling good. This is week number 262. Stay tuned. Starting off on Sunday, my favorite inspiration of Angel Share. And I think it's the funniest shit in the history of funny shit in this community. When you talk about a clone or inspired fragrance, and immediately I would try this one, but try this one, but try this one, but try. I don't want every clone under the sun of Angel Share. I am happy with Dumont Celerio Epic. It is so good. It is super spicy, boozy, warm, and ambery with an enhanced fruity accord from what the original has. Guys, I like a lot of the clones too. Literally 2 clones we're about to talk about to start the week off that I wore. Don't clone yourself to death. Didn't come out the exact way I meant it, but don't clone fragrance yourself to death, I guess. Because by the time you've done explored 7 different versions of Angel Share, you could have just bought Angel Share. Just throwing that out there. I know logic can be a painful bullet to get shot with once in a while for some people, but 1 or 2, maybe 3, I get it here and there. If you're exploring, look for the right one for your taste. I get it. Because look, I got 4 or 5 that smell like this, and this is a wrap for me. I like this one. Just that, God, it's so good. It's so deep and rich and powerful. And if you haven't tried it, you should. But if you have 4 or 5 Angel Share clones already, don't try it. You have plenty. And I bet all of them are pretty good. So, just a little food for thought. Because it's literally happened on my Sin of the Day post for this. It's just every single time I mention wearing a clone. Man, don't clone fragrance yourself to death, guys. Again, by the time you've done a handful of those, you could have just got the original and had the real experience with the best quality of the bunch, because usually it's niche that's being cloned. But yeah, this is good. This is actually really, really good. My personal favorite. Not an exact carbon copy. Like I said, it's got that enhanced fruitiness that I just prefer. I just like the way it smells. Really, really good stuff. During the day on Sunday, Dumont Celerio Epic. My favorite of the twists and inspirations of Angel Share. Now, as far as another one that's slightly fresher, not as sharp and chemically synthetic as what it's cloning. It's cloning Le Beau Le Parfum. It's Khadlaj Island. An absolute hype beast in its own right. And justifiable. This is really good. This is like $30, 30 to $35 when it's in stock. Different places. I don't know if it's in stock in the fragrance buy link down below. That's where I bought it. So you get the citrus, you get that juicy pineapple, a hit of green, some powdered florals, powdered tonka beans, powder in general. Sweet tonka bean, that coconut that's not over the top creamy, more coconut water than creamy coconut. I do go a little nose blind to this one. I just noticed the plates coming off a little bit. I saw the adhesive sticking up. Nothing's perfect. It happens. Love the bottle on this one, though. I just do. It's a similar gradients to Le Beau Le Parfum as well. Really good cap, really good atomizer. Smells incredible. This is probably we'll say it. It's my favorite inspiration of Le Beau Le Parfum. I've actually been wearing it more than Le Beau Le Parfum. Again, like I said, there's certain clones I really enjoy too, guys. Don't take it as I'm criticizing clone fragrances just to criticize clone fragrances. I like them too. Because for Sunday, during the day, Celerio Epic, and out the shower, this banger right here, Khadlaj Island. Moving into Monday, nothing out the shower, just rock this during the day. We talked about it in a video recently, and I just had to get it in the rotation. Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privee. Boozy, creamy, powdery, sweet, woodsy, all the goodiness. All the goodies and the goodness of the DNA. God, this is so good. This, in many ways, is the definitive version of the DNA. Everybody's got their favorites. I love Society Extreme. I love the EDP. I mean, they're all really good. But there's an argument for this being the cream of the crop, the best of the bunch, the king of the hill, the goat on top of the mountain. You know what I mean? Because it kind of does what all of them do in one bottle. What they all do individually is kind of wrapped up into one. Again, it's got the powdery florals, it's got the sweetness, it's got the woods, it's got booze. None of the other ones got booze. I believe it's rum. Might be rum, might be cognac, but there's a hit of booze in here as well, and it's just right. Warm and sweet, not too alcoholic. Really good performer on my skin. Beautiful stuff. Wife's a big fan, as am I. You just really can't go wrong here. What a beautiful fragrance this really is. Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privee. Moving into Tuesday, we got quite the 1-2 punch. Another one I talked about this week and had to get in the rotation. Slept on. Very slept on. Viktor & Rolf Spicebomb Night Vision Eau de Parfum. Nutty. Very nutty. It's got nutty notes is one of the accords. Pistachio. Got this creamy nutty feel to it with pimento, peppers, all the different spices. Far superior to its eau de toilette. It's a much deeper fragrance. It's a phenomenal performer. It's a high-level, opportunistic compliment getter, I guess you could say. Because obviously there's no guarantees of getting a compliment with any fragrance. You know, you could be some giant dickhead with bad energy that's ugly as all hell. I'm sure that made a lot of you laugh. But, I mean, if you don't look approachable or off-putting to some, doesn't matter what fragrance you're wearing. It's got to be total package. Take care of yourself. You know, hygiene, all those good things, good energy, the aura, the energy you're putting out, feel approachable to others. Don't just look approachable. And, you know, compliments may come, they may not. This one raises the probability because it's different. Does not smell like a bunch of other fragrances. There's elements that'll remind you of certain things, Wanted, Invictus, and things like that, but it's loaded down with pistachio and peppers and all this other good stuff. It's just a beautiful fragrance with great performance that's highly attractive. Not real good for super warm weather, but the rest of the year really works. During the day, Night Vision EDP and the Spicebomb line. Then I got the shower. Shout outs to Saunders Scent for sending some of these light blue flankers that I was missing from my collection to my collection with Italian Zest. I've been enjoying rocking this one out the shower. Name's fitting. Italian citrus, very zesty, spiced type of citrus. Sharp, watery, peppered, juicy. It just smells so good. It smells so good. If you've never smelled any of the light blue flankers, you are missing out. Most of them are pretty redundant to one another, but there's twists, there's nuances that kind of make them their own individualistic profile, and that's how I feel about this one. Out the shower, Dolce & Gabbana light blue. Come on, focus for me before we wrap this segment up. Come on. You can do it. I know it's a busy background, but come on. Work with me here, people. Pain in the ass. Come on now. Light blue Italian Zest. Moving into Wednesday. This might have been the best smelling day. I think it might have been. It's close. It's either Wednesday or Thursday. It's kind of a toss-up, but I'm digging this one. Hautane Oud for Greatness type DNA, which I'm not a big Oud for Greatness guy. I do prefer Hautane from Parfums de Marly, but get a little bit of Sauvage Elixir. I've heard a lot of people say the most wanted's sweetness. Makes sense. Kind of a hybrid of a few different things, which at the same time makes it its own thing. Eternal Wood from Mancera. I'm a fan. I like it. Great staying power. Really good sillage without being overwhelming. I did 5, maybe 6 sprays. I could smell myself all day long. The wife enjoyed it. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. This is really good. It doesn't crack my top 10 for Mancera, but it's above middle of the pack, is what I would say. I quite enjoy this one. I will reach back for this one more often than I initially thought I might. It's really good. I would take it 10 out of 10 times over Hautane and Oud for Greatness. I just like the twists and the elements supporting that specific profile better in this than I do in both of those. It's more affordable than both of them as well, and it's got great performance. You can't go wrong with any of that, right? During the day, we went with Mancera's Eternal Wood. Good release. As far as getting out the shower, it was time for a good shave, and wife loves when I wear this. I forgot what it was she wanted me to relay because I had a good laugh. I was like, yeah, this is the fuckboy played out fragrance, all that stuff. I said I laugh every time because I talk about how much you love it, and she's like, I don't know what to tell people. It just smells good. She's like, I quiver when you wear that shit. I don't know what else to say. My Sauvage aftershave splash. And it's just Sauvage in general, the EDT. It's just the aftershave version of the EDT. Look, everybody's situation is different. Every lady is different. My wife loves the shit out of Dior Sauvage. And I love the shit out of Dior Sauvage too. I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't. It's been a few weeks since I reached for the aftershave, but it's my favorite aftershave. You know, I will rebuy this when I run out. It's like $80 at Macy's or something like that, 60, $80. It's something you'll find at retail. It's not the easiest thing to find at discount, the aftershaves, but if I can find it at discount, I'll get it. But I have no problem getting it at full retail because I love it. I go nose blind to it very, very, very quickly. Within 30 seconds to a minute, I can't smell it for a little while, but she can. And boy, does she love it. Sauvage. Still works in this household. I don't know about your household or your personal setting and situation, but makes my skin feel good. My wife absolutely loves when I wear it. Win-win. Does its job really well for me. Out the shower, Dior Sauvage aftershave. Moving into Thursday, this is the other contender for best smelling day of the week, and there's a few reasons why. Starting with during the day, we went with L'homme EDP. Man, is this good? And I see a lot of people complain about performance still with this one. I get 8 hours solid. I don't know. I don't get the performance issue. I've seen a lot of people saying, I wish it lasted long. Are y'all like, are y'all talking about its projection? Because after about an hour, it calms down a bit. I've seen 4 hours. I've seen 2 hours. I've seen a lot. I think it's levels of nose fatigue because there's no way that the skin chemistry's that wildly different that I can still smell it without being a faint skin scent. Like I gotta go looking for it at 8 hours. But it's not like dig my nose into my skin just to smell it. There's no way I can still pick it up pretty easy at 8 hours and people are like 2 hours and it's gone. That's a big, 6 hours is a big gap. That's a quarter of the day. That's the difference in it's 8:35 a.m. as I'm recording this right now and 2:35 p.m. That's that big of a gap. So I think I'm about to stop reporting back some of the stuff I read and just stop reading it. Because I can't understand it. Like, it's nose fatigue. It's no way there's a 6 hour gap in this fragrance for me and other people. 2-3 hours, sure, that makes sense. That makes sense. Or the difference in 7 hours and 10 or 11 hours, like that makes sense. 2, 3, 4 hours, depending on the strength of the fragrance, it makes sense. I get that. It's still, your receptors and your skin chemistry kind of playing a tango because everybody's different. I get that, but 6, 7, 8 hour gaps between what I'm getting and what others tell me they're getting, it's a hard pill to swallow, and it's a bitter pill because it's hard to believe. I'm not saying anybody's lying. I think they just don't realize it's the nose fatigue. This is no monster. I'm not sitting here trying to give it some kind of credit like it's some beast of a fragrance. No, 6 to 8 hour range for me. Projection calms down after about an hour. It's not a really strong projector. Decent sillage. A little whiffs for a few hours before it gets close to the skin. But it's nothing crazy. Smells amazing. Super woodsy heavy. Slightly boozy, still has all the ginger and everything of the original. It is a far superior smell to the original, I think. And I think the original is an all-time great. I think there's an argument for it being up there for men's designer Mount Rushmore. For some people, the original YSL L'homme would make it. I'm not saying it makes mine, but it's in line to be pretty close. But yeah, L'homme Eau de Parfum, they did it right. I think it's a phenomenal flanker. I think it's appropriate. It's a richer smell. They enhanced certain notes. They didn't add a whole lot or take much away. I think it's amazing. And that's why I'm saying this is one of the 2 best smelling days of the week. And then we got the shower. I was just in the mood for Seraphim Red from Zaharoff. I don't know what possessed me to do it, but, I don't have a huge dent in this one like I do Seraphim Blue. I've worn Seraphim Blue much, much more. But I do very much like Seraphim Red. Sweet Pepper Aquatic, all about the pink pepper, that minty eucalyptus. You got amber and sandalwood in the dry down, this warm woody smell. I figured more people would like this one than Like, more people would feel the way about this one like I do about blue. I had a feeling, because blue's very much more my personality. But this is still an absolutely beautiful fragrance. Totally worth sampling. Especially if you're a fan of pink pepper. It's pink pepper, it's aquatic, it's minty green, and it's warm amber sandalwood. It's that simple to throw across. It nuances well. It's a really good performer, and it's high quality. And it's not wildly expensive. It costs what designer fragrances cost. And it's a high-quality luxury fragrance at a designer price point. Out the shower, Zaharoff Signature Seraphim Red. Moving into Friday, we had another good day. Another good day. If you like Ganymede, you will like Gritti Supernova, my choice for the day. I have to hold it at that angle because it's mirrored, but this smells just like the bottle's green, a greener take on Ganymede. I lose some of that lactonic smell, that kind of milk, that creamy, milky smell. Still very aldehydic, super metallic, warm meets fresh aldehydes. Like, I don't even know if aldehydes is listed. It's got this aldehydic fizzy brightness, but warm, spicy, metallic, very green and woodsy. Absolute home run of a fragrance. So freaking good. Again, really close to Ganymede, but slight differences. Like I said, less lactonic, more green. Niche. Quality stuff here. Great performance. I don't go nose blind to this one either. Be prepared to live in this sillage. At least for me. I don't go nose blind to it. I love the house. I'll continue to explore the house. I am 4 for 4. 2 that smell similar to certain things, and 2 that are complete originals to me. All 4 great fragrances. I strongly suggest you check out the House of Gritti. During the day, I went with Gritti Supernova. And then when I got out the shower, a hype beast and a half. Not so much lately. I talked about it this past week. Made me want to wear it. Why out the shower? I don't know. I was just in the mood. Rochas Moustache Eau de Parfum. Their twist on Tuxedo. I still say just get this over all the Middle Eastern clones for Tuxedo. Now, somebody asked me, do I like this or Rifakat Adorn more? And I actually picked Rifakat Adorn because it's a twist. This is closer to, like, becoming a clone of Tuxedo. Like, they got really close. Whereas Rifakat Adorn from Paris Corner offers a lot of woods. Cedar and woody notes, tree moss, just very, very woodsy. It's Tuxedo loaded down with woody accords and notes. And I just love the way that smells. Love the way this smells too. That pepper, patchouli, vanilla, amber, benzoin, kind of. So good. Classy. Classy stuff. Cheap, under $30 these days. You know, amazing stuff. Still deserves hype. I was happy to shine some spotlight on it. Hell, made me want to wear it out the shower. Rochas Moustache Eau de Parfum. Finally, on Saturday, another great smelling day. I don't know what made me in the mood for this. It was cooler outside. I was in the mood for tobacco. It's been sitting right here within arm's reach. Franck Boclet tobacco. My first full wearing of it, honestly. Since I got it, see how full the bottle is. My first full wearing. I've been waiting on the right mood and setting to wear it, and I found that mood and setting to wear it. It's so warm. It's a little on the boozy side. I don't even remember if there's boozy notes in there. It smells a little boozy. Earthy spice tobacco, woodsy. It's a little powdery. Man, this look, it's similar to Tobacco Vanille, but there's a little bit more nuance to this than Tobacco Vanille, believe it or not. Under $100. It's around like 90 in the YouTube shopping link. I think you get it for like 75-ish from Fragrance Buy, I believe is what I paid. I had somebody, because in my Sin of the Day shorts, I put the best tobacco you can buy under 100, and dude was like 160 to 250 on eBay. I replied with, you need to learn how to shop. There's literally, while you were watching, probably while you were typing this comment, a link with a picture of the fragrance popped up on screen in your face to buy it for 90. So, but he needs to learn about discounters. Sir, if you're watching this, you need to learn about places like FragranceNet, Fragrance Buy, Aura Fragrance. The list goes on and on and on and on. Because if you're paying 160 to 250 for this fragrance, you're overpaying, because you can get it much more affordably than that, sir. And it is phenomenal. And again, the best tobacco under $100? I don't know. There's an argument for it. That's why I posed the argument. Because, man, this is... I would take this 10 out of 10 times over Tobacco Vanille. Tobacco Vanille's quality is a little bit better. It's time for a private blend, but it's not a big game changer or anything like that. The profile here, I think, is superior. It's more nuanced. It's more my taste for tobacco. Beautiful stuff. Really good performer, too. Not a beast, but above average. During the day, Franck Boclet, tobacco. And then we got the shower. Shout outs to my longtime channel member, Kaylin, for sending this my way. I've been reaching for it more and more. Moncler La Cordee. You can see that juice level's dropping in this this travel size that he sent me. It's simple. It's believable bergamot. It's juicy citrus. It's tea. It's herbal green and a little woodsy. It is that simple. It's really, really good quality, and its sillage is magic. Simplistic is all you need sometimes. This is absolutely gorgeous. It is such a simple fragrance, too. Citrus, herbal green, tea, and woods. Done. Through and through, start to finish, that's the fragrance. Linear. Doesn't change much. A little hint of musk comes through, but so freaking good. I understand the hype on it, because it doesn't have to be super complex and layers upon layers of changes and development with the profile for it to be amazing. Simplistic can be amazing when it's done right, and Moncler La Cordee is simplistic and amazing. Well, that was this week's rotation. I appreciate you guys for checking it out. We got Christmas in a few days. I hope you have a wonderful and happy holidays with your family. We will be traveling to Louisiana tomorrow at the recording of this. This is video number 3 already this morning. It's 8:45 a.m. Done 2 sneaker videos so far in this week's rotation, and I have Monday's fragrance video, Tuesday's fragrance video, Wednesday's fragrance video, and Thursday's fragrance videos to still do. And I think I'm just going to do the 2 sneaker videos. But yeah, I got a busy day of filming, editing, and uploading. My Sunday is going to be jam-packed with packing and all that good stuff to make the 6-hour drive back. And yeah, it's going to be a lot, but it'll be a little bit of a break from making content. Got to make a lot of content now to take a break from content over the next couple of days, because it's rare that happens for me. So thank you guys for watching. If you want to check any of these fragrances out there, link down below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Y'all have a good one.